Hello everyone, welcome back to Stacia 2 Expert. So I went ahead and pretty much fully automated my dielectric paste production. All I really did was make it to where the crystals go straight into this. And then I have coal being sent straight into it, but obviously it's blowing through my coal insanely quickly. Probably just honestly take some from this. Luckily coal is not hard for me to get. And then I also added some diamond furnaces with the generator augment in it, so now that thing, like these batteries, get filled up pretty quickly actually. And then also I went ahead and made 2 of the tier 1 stack upgrades. I just needed the infused ironium, which is super easy to make. There's a bunch of different iron stuff, and then you just use the enchanting apparatus. So I've been making a lot of infused ironium. I made a lot of the hardened steel, so I will be able to move on. Let's see, or no, energized steel, that's what it is right here. I made a lot of it, so I'll be able to make a lot of those capacitors. But I want to make this arc furnace just because my steel production, it's not bad. Like I have this thing going 24/7, so like it's making a lot of steel, but the arc furnace is definitely faster. And then I can also make other stuff like brass. I think it's pretty much like the alloy smelter and the alloy kiln or whatever, and the blast furnace mixed. It's decently expensive. It's pretty big. I don't know. I thought about putting it in here. I'm not 100% certain, because what I am doing is these thermoelectric generators from Immersive Engineering. I'm gonna try to use these to power it. I just don't know how much power it's gonna need. So worst comes to worst, I can always add like a water wheel on the side of this. I don't think that'll look too bad. Just having one like right here somewhere. Just send in power through, like have a dynamo attached like right here, and then have the water wheels just sticking out right here. Maybe. Or maybe even like windmills. You build a bunch of windmills. I don't know. But I thought about putting it in here, like in this corner. And I might do that. Might just build it right here, and then have all my thermo generators right here. Because the way these things work is you place lava and water on either side of them, and then it generates power. I don't know if you can do like, if I can do like 2 lava and then 2 water and it'll generate more, but I'm fairly certain they have to be on opposite sides, like the lava and the water. I don't think I can have them like lava right there and water right there, but I haven't tested that out, so who knows. I know you can use like ice and stuff for this, but it might melt the ice. I'll try it out with ice. If it does melt the ice, then that's not really good. But if it's not melting the ice, then perfect. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start making all this stuff. It's just basic like steel stuff, and then pretty much a lot of the reinforced blast brick. So it'll take me a little bit to hurry and make all that, but shouldn't have any complications. Okay, this should be it. Yes, nice. This is interesting. Never built this thing before. All right, well, now I gotta make me the power. Now this is where kind of like, I don't really know exactly how I want to do this. Like, I don't know if I want to separate them or not. Also, I just don't know. Oh, come on. Why can't I? Oh my gosh. Of course. That's why. Well, that sucks. Okay. I want to test this out. I do that. And that. Right? Versus, guess I'll just do this. Just try to save on space. Versus just this. Right? If I do that. Oh, no. Not you. I want this one, because this actually kind of shows me. Let's see. Okay, pretty fast. How about you? Okay, so this is better. This setup right here is better. Okay. Well, that is perfect. Okay. That should work. Hopefully 6 is enough. I have no idea. If not, obviously, I'll just make more. Obviously, It's pretty obvious, but it kind of needs to be that way. Now, is there a limit on how many of these relays can have? Doesn't look like it. Cool. And then, ouch! And then right there. And then, right there. Bring you there. And then you right there. This should start making power, right? Okay, my game crashed. But I did figure out I need electrodes. Let's see. Let me pull them up. I need these graphite electrodes. And I need HOP graphite ingots to be able to do that, which takes an industrial squeezer. Now, luckily, this thing actually isn't too bad to make either, so I'll go ahead and make this thing. But I was going to use the MV wires, but I'm going to go with the HV, the high voltage ones, just because I definitely am going to be passing a lot of power through stuff. Okay, now the only reason why I'm doing this is just so I can pass more power through stuff. I was just kind of getting worried because this thing has 3 connectors in the back. This is where I thought it was right here, but it's right here. This is where they all connect. So I assume this thing's going to be slurping up insane amounts of power. So I just want to be able to pass enough power through stuff. I'll just have that for now. And these high voltage cables can definitely handle more. So I know I'm not exceeding the limit. Because when I had the medium voltage, I wasn't exceeding the limit. Usually, I think the wires just kind of burn up or something like that when you exceed the limit. So these ones I'm not. So, but this thing, I need to put. I think the electrodes going up here. Seems like it. But I just don't know how fast this thing's gonna burn through power. So I might have to figure out a different way of powering it, or just having 1,000 of these generators. But I don't know. Okay, now I got to make this industrial squeezer, which is super cheap to make. So okay, that is kind of out of the way. But this thing now has power. So now I just need, is it coal dust? I think it's coke or coal dust. No, it is coke dust specifically. Which, can I just, can I just grind up, do the blocks? Yes, I can. Cool. Yeah, luckily these HOP stuff isn't that bad to make. So, I'm not going to grind up all these. Just grind up quite a bit, because it also does go through the electrodes, like it burns them up. So I will have to, make more. So honestly, I'll just do all of them. I'll do all of them, and then turn them all into HOP ingots, then turn them all into rods, and then just Wow. Okay, so this is draining the power. Just this is draining power, which means this thing is gonna kill this. Okay. I was just. I've never really actually gone through the power in this mod, so I don't really know. The diesel generator is actually pretty big. Is it hard to make biodiesel? Mine plant oil, ethanol, while using nitrate dust. Okay. So I could make some ethanol, and then the diesel generator, I don't think is too hard to make. And then I think the catalyst does not get consumed in this refinery. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it does not. I just will also have to make the crusher, apparently. So that's a lot of stuff I have to do to get this arc. I honestly thought it was just slam some power into it. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, I guess I'll just, fully switch gears into trying to mass produce some biodiesel. Luckily, it's going to be pretty easy. I'm just going to be taking over this, entire area with this. So, I'll probably leave this just for now, so I can at least be powering some stuff with, some power, whatever. But I will have to make the crusher and the refinery, or whatever, and then think also the fermenter. So it's gonna be pretty just not easy, really. But luckily, I have a decent amount of steel saved up, so making all this stuff is not gonna be too difficult. So to make both the ethanol and the seed oil, or I guess I could use seed oil, use plant oil. I'm guessing it's all very similar. Because there's vegetable oil. I want to see, how does this, no, that's harder. Well, not harder, but different. I don't really want to do something that I don't really know. Okay, so I can put the squeezer, I can get plant oil from the squeezer. Just put seeds. Yeah, just a bunch of seeds. Okay. And then to get ethanol, I need the industrial fermenter. And I guess I can just do like potatoes or something. And then to get the nitrate, I need to make the crusher just to get one of them. I'm fairly certain this doesn't get consumed. I'm fairly certain the catalyst thing doesn't get consumed. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. So for the plants, like the actually making the ethanol and the oils, I think what I'm gonna do is just make another like garden, I guess you could, not garden, but another one of these, farm. But all I'm gonna be making is wheat and potatoes for the seeds from the wheat. And then should I just do it underground? Should I just dig underground, make it under there so it's not out in the open, and then just have them pipe? That actually might be the easiest thing to do, because then it'll be right there. So what I'm gonna do, yeah, so right under somewhere over here, I'll build just one of these plots, and then I'll have all the stuff getting piped up here, and then figure out how to sort it properly. Don't really have a way of filtering stuff yet easily without setting, I don't know, maybe there's ways to filter it easily. I mean, I think I could probably use these, like a drawer somehow. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Somehow find a way to separate the seeds and the oil. I'm gonna probably just void out the wheat, so I don't even have to worry about that. And then, unless the wheat makes something. Let me look. No, I don't see anything from like industrial foregoing. Other than like bio, that's not even industrial foregoing. And I also need plant oil to be able to do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the wheat. And then I'll have getting piped straight up to like the squeezer. And then I'll have the refiner right here. And then I guess I'll have to make the crusher somewhere. And then be able to get the nitrate, and then I'll be able to make the well, I guess it's the refiner that is refining. Yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. So know what I'm doing. I'll hurry and set all that stuff up. Okay, I got the farm down here done. So it's half potatoes, half wheat. Obviously, this is all full. I'm getting rid of the actual wheat. Now, to actually filter these out, I'm just going to be using chests. Using these filter upgrades wasn't really that expensive to make. It's just mainly the bases, but getting this infused ironeum is actually, it's pretty easy to get now. So I just went ahead and made that. I might make some stack upgrades eventually. I don't know. But I'm just going to be piping this up. And then when it gets up here, it'll just have two chests. No, that's, oh, I guess that works, whatever. I'll have two chests, just one on either side, like this. And then obviously this one is where the potatoes will go. So then I'll have the potatoes go into this one. And then this one will be for the seeds. I just got to make sure if I do that block. It's like backwards, the stuff. Like when I'm using the backpack, it says block, but it'll only pick these up. So I'm assuming it's like not like I'm clicking it to make it block. I don't know. I don't know if it's just broken or what, but it's not really like, I don't know why it's like that. Okay. So it has to be, this is set to allow. That makes no sense. Oh, wait. No, wait. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Okay. I'm just being retarded. So yeah, for some reason, this void upgrade in the backpack is like backwards. I don't know if it's just a combination of the magnet upgrade. No, because that's not set to anything. So I don't know. Maybe it is the combination of the magnet upgrade just makes it freak out or something. But for some reason, this configuration of all this stuff makes it to where I'm only picking up these and voiding everything else. So, I don't know. But now, things should be moving a little bit faster. I also looked into making the advanced upgrade, but I don't have any of this Blizz powder. But otherwise, I actually could make it, because making these alloys pretty easy. Is this regular diamonds, or does it have to be enriched? I mean, enriched diamonds are easy to get, but mainly this stuff that's a little bit rough to make. But I mean, so my arc furnace as well, I did get it turned on. I did put the electrodes in, so it works. It's just I can do like 2 crafts before it drains all the power in it, and then I have to wait for it to fill up, which it doesn't take long. Honestly, it only takes like 5 seconds for it to fill back up. So, but for all the fluids, I am going to make fluid drawers, which I do need to get this signalum stuff, which is made in the arc reactor, arc furnace, with silver, copper, and redstone. So I'm gonna have to make a few of these drawers. So let's see, because all of this stuff, yeah, I think I've even made these tanks. Yeah, it's just glass, resonating plate, which you just smelt in resonating ore. So yeah, it's making these fluid cell frames are actually really easy to make once you get this signalum. And this hardened glass is just a bunch of easy stuff to get as well. So I'll just go ahead and throw this in. And it is? Yes, it is. Okay. So you can see 2 crafts and then done. Now it's just going super slow. So it works, but it's slow. And these rods, okay. I've done a total of like 4 crafts. I did like 1 steel one by accident because I put the rods in and immediately started going, and it makes it pretty quick. So it looks like maybe 10%, not 10%, 0.1% of the graphites get used up. Maybe a little bit more than that. So it's not bad. They're not hard to make. So automating them is kind of annoying though, because if you want to automate these graphite electrodes, the way to do that is through this, but it only is half. You only get half the durability. You can't automate a full electrode. But at the same time, you can just you can get a ton of those ingots in your inventory and just make an insane, like you can automate the ingots. So making them at the table, like you just spend like 2 minutes making a couple hundred. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start making these. So it's just a simple enchanting apparatus craft with a bunch of basic stuff. And then I'm going to need like 3 of these. And then, the water essence, which, algal blend. Oh, that's easy. Okay, yeah. So the water essence is also super easy. And the compressed iron, I can blow this up. I wouldn't be surprised if I could also do the block. Let's see. Yep, I can also do the block. So if I need more compressed iron, I'll just do that. Okay, so I went ahead and made the rest of the machines. I've already got the nitrate dust from the crusher. I just gotta throw it into here. Now making biodiesel. So, and I also made these drawers. I made gold upgrades. They're actually pretty easy to make. Even the diamond upgrades might actually be pretty easy to make. Oh yeah. Yeah, these might not be too bad to make actually. So I might go ahead and make those eventually, but I need my drawers again because I need to store all that diesel. I actually am gonna go ahead and make some of these. I only had 2 more gold upgrades left. Might as well just use both of them. Make diamond boyos. These guys. Let's see. Can I make a few more? Maybe I can. Yeah. Okay. Well, I just made them all into diamond upgrades. Sadly, the fluid drawers, they don't hold as much, but yeah, it's fine. That is fine. Like full gold, only 131,000. Full diamond, 664,000 buckets. So that's not bad. Now, I don't know how much power this actually produces in the the diesel generator. But I did actually figure out that I can use these, just, you know, the generator augment or whatever on these. So, I mean, that's good. It's these 6 plus these 2 cannot keep these 2. And I guess now this thing fully powered. This thing seems to be fine. Like it's not losing power, and it seems to be running at 100%. It's these 2 that are using a lot of power apparently, and everything's high voltage wires, so I don't know why. And they're on the beginning chain, so I don't know. Maybe the refinery just doesn't use as much power. I don't think it says anything. Like when you're looking at this, you know. Now, before I make the diesel generator, I did want to upgrade my furnaces. I've been able to do it for a little bit. I just haven't. So I honestly could get all the way up to netherite, maybe. Yeah. It's just the emerald furnaces were the kind of, you know, I couldn't get there because of the emeraldium, the infused emeraldium. But now I should be able to make it. It's just I need basic control circuits, which are easy. I just need a metallurgic infuser with some redstone and soul steel, and then I can make the basic control circuits, and then we can infuse the emeraldium. Because I already have some like earth slime. Okay, and I know I already did some emeraldium. Yeah, I did 1 block of it. It took a lot as a, actually no, I think it's still just, yeah, I forget actually. It's still just 1.8. That's right. For some reason, all of these infused crystals stuff, they'll just take the same amount of power. There isn't like tiers to them or anything. So, I guess it's nice. Cool. I'm just gonna do these upgrades. I think, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I know I did a block of that as well. Can make 4 of you. And then gonna make some of these. Let's see, I can do this myself. That's good. Okay. Should be able to make the obsidian upgrade. And then the netherite upgrade, obviously, gonna take me more time to be able to get that. Could do it, but I don't have everything to make it right now, so I'm just gonna stick with this. So do you and you. Nice. How much are you making? Seems to be just the exact same amount of power. Should definitely be making more. Now, the only reason why I don't want to just do a bunch of generators like that is because assuming this generator doesn't consume more fuel than it makes with the power that it outputs, it'll be fully, fully automated. So like ideally, just this setup will make enough biodiesel to have the thing running permanently. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll need to like triple up on stuff. If that's the case, well, then that's just unfortunate. Okay. So where does the power come out of? Right here. The power comes out of this. That's nice. Well, let's test out how much power I'm gonna be able to pull from this. So connect you. I'm just gonna send the wire to that. Okay. All right. Let's send it. Instantly is powering those like it's nothing. This thing's running at max speed. Are the buckets continuing to go up? Looks like they are. So I am generating more biodiesel than I'm consuming, and I am able to power these to max. I'm gonna disconnect these. Ouch! I'm gonna disconnect these. Let's see. You guys seem to be fine. I'm gonna see how it does. You know what? I will... No. Just gonna say I'll send power over there as well, but it's already connected, so I don't really see a need. That does a lot of damage to you. Touching that wire. Okay, let's do steel. Grab me coke blocks in the iron blocks and go throw them in here, and hopefully I'm not gonna burn through everything. Like if one of these can do this kind of stuff, let's see. Holy crap, it might be able to. And then is that still climbing? That's still climbing. Holy crap. This is ridiculous. This is slowly falling? No. It's just sitting. Just chilling. Just chilling. Holy crap, I just figured something out. No way. No way. That's ridiculous. That's, okay, that's when it really slurped up the power, was when that happened. Okay. Okay. So with one going, it, like, if all of these were just in this, it was fine. But the second I dispersed it, it didn't really like it, but that goes way faster. Now, if I put you back, I wonder if... No, actually, because it immediately drained. So, I don't think it would like it still with those. Okay, so where can I take the slag out? Because I know that's a thing in this, that I have to, like, take the slag out of it. I'm, like, fairly certain. I know, like, at least in the book, it was saying that I need to take the slag out of it somehow. I don't know, maybe it doesn't create any slag. Who knows? I doubt it. This thing is so loud. But yeah, look at that. I just made a stack and a half of steel blocks in like a matter of a minute, not even. That's wild. That, man, that's insane. The power that this diesel generator makes actually is insane. It's just like in a normal way of trying to supply it would be, it'd be pretty hard. But, oh, never mind. Wait, no, never mind. That's up. I thought it was at like 5. No, never mind. That's still going up. I was at like 400. Now I'm almost at 470. So no, it is going up. My ethanol isn't going that fast, but I mean, you know, ouch. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna leave it there. So, finally got the arc furnace. Definitely was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I knew it was going to take power, but I genuinely didn't think it was going to be this much power. Obviously, this, and even a little bit of this, is kind of not like these mainly are just absolutely useless, but it's like, you know, they're here, so might as well just leave them. Only this thing that's generating the power, which I wish I could see how much this is generating. I wish there was a way for me to actually like check it out. But I don't know. I might also have to put a void upgrade on this eventually, which eventually meaning like years, honestly. Like how slowly it's going up with how this thing's producing power. Not producing power, consuming diesel, I mean. I don't think I'll actually ever need to worry about this, you know, burning up. Not burning up. This, I mean, filling up. Goodness gracious. Yeah, now having this arc furnace, I can make tons more stuff, and I can make stuff quicker. Like these alloys. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I can do the blocks. Oh, yeah. So, making those, it's going to be way quicker. Dark steel. Whoa. That's sick. So, dark steel, I can just put iron, coal, and then compressed obsidian. And I'll get a block of dark steel. That might actually be super nice. Holy crap. Running raw stuff through this might actually be insane. Like, the blocks, you get way more guaranteed, and then 50% chance to get an extra one. It's kind of insane, actually. But yeah, that'll be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.